What's up, guys? It's Mr-DAGGAMAN here, and I've racked up quite a couple wins in the last 3 days since Blackout came out. And so I'm here to give you just some tips and tricks on how to win some more Blackout games, So first things first is I want to talk about gliding. So gliding in this game isn't like other games at all. Like, it's not like Fortnite, or if you've played like PUBG or H1Z1. In this game you've got more of like a wingsuit, so you're going to want to jump out of the bus quite early. Like, depending on where you're wanting to land, I'd say jumping in the beginning is, for majority of the time, the best thing to do. And then as you jump out the bus, you're going to want to look straight down, get maximum speed. You'll see the speed bar on your right. Once you hit about 67 to 70 meters per second, then you're going to want to pull up and glide the rest of the way, and that'll keep you going at about a 66 meters per second glide throughout the whole way, so it'll get you there quite a lot quicker. Next, I want to talk about positioning. So positioning in this game is really important. You're going to want to be getting high ground majority of the time so that you can be looking down on people, and you're going to picking a spot where there's quite a lot of cover, like trees or shady areas, also quite good because it's harder for people to see you. But especially when you're like moving around from place to place, you're going to want to move from cover to cover. Don't let yourself be out in the open for extended periods of time, because if somebody starts shooting at you and they've got cover and you don't, it's most likely that you're going to lose the gunfight unless your shots are just on point. Talking about shots, I also wanted to go on to aim. So this game is, especially for Call of Duty like veterans and OGs and stuff, this game mode is going to be a little bit different because they've added in bullet velocity and drop. So the bullet drop is quite low, like there's not a lot of bullet drop. Unless you're at like really long ranges, then you'll start to see there starts to become quite a bit of bullet drop. And especially like with certain attachments that you put on, like if you put on a suppressor, your bullet velocity and the drop of your bullet will become a lot higher, so your bullets will go slower and you're going to have to lead more and stuff. But if you put on a long barrel, they'll become less, you won't have to lead as much, and the bullet drop will be pretty much next to nothing. So picking what attachments you have on your guns will definitely make a difference to that, and different types of bullets have different travel times and drop and stuff. So I guess with that you'll just have to kind of like play with the guns and learn the guns, see,
so must be 3 solos, 1 team,
you know, how much bullet drop there are on different guns and whatnot. Generally, assault rifles will have a lot less bullet drop and travel time than SMGs and pistols and more short-range weapons. But yeah, I think you guys should just check it out and play with the guns and see for yourself. Okay, so next I want to talk about playing smart and being creative. So you're probably going to see some gameplay in the background of me trying to play smart and be creative. But basically what I mean when I say that is like positioning and head glitching and all of that is like included in playing smart and moving from cover to cover. But also, like, for example, let's say you see an enemy, but you saw him for just like a second and he ran past, and you know, you don't really know, like, you know, you can get a couple shots off, but you don't really know if you can get like a proper pick, a real kill, you know. So you're not going to want to start shooting immediately. You're going to want to get into a position where you feel like, okay, I can definitely get a kill on this guy. And then the gunfight will be a lot easier because the team that you're fighting will be one man down before they even know that they're in a gunfight. So with being creative, right, the jumping and mantling in this game is insane. Like, you can get onto a lot of roofs and a lot of places that you wouldn't think that you'd be able to get up, right? So if you're in an area that has like a lot of houses and rooftops and whatnot, you're gonna want to be getting onto the rooftops and just kind of doing things that other players won't expect you to do. So for the last couple of things that I wanted to touch on here, I just wanted to talk about vehicles and sound. So with vehicles, personally, I feel like vehicles are kind of like a death trap. So I think that you should only use a vehicle if you're trying to get away from the storm. If you're getting around from place to place, I think that they just make way too much noise and they just attract people to you, and in most cases when you're on a vehicle you're really vulnerable to getting shot at. So I would only use vehicles if you're getting away from the storm, or you know, you just want to try out that new helicopter. Helicopters are pretty good. And then sound, right? So sound in any shooter is extremely important, right? Like if you don't have a UAV, that's like basically your UAV. You can hear if people come behind you, you can hear if they're around the corner in the other room, whatever it is, right? So the sound in this game is a little bit screwed up right now. Like footsteps sound extremely close, like they're right next to you, when they're really not. They're like actually down there. And also, like, just directional wise, they're not very good, but I'm sure Bondahar will deal with that in the future. But yeah, so sound, you should think of it as your mini map. As soon as somebody comes close, that's how you're going to be able to know that they're there. So I would like really recommend getting a pair of headphones, or even just like little like Apple earphones, you know, the earbuds or whatever. Those work quite well too. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for my tips and tricks. If I left anything out, let me know in the comments. If I did a good job, let me know, you know, and like and subscribe and all that shit. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.